Hello and welcome to our channel, Easy Work Abroad. Are you looking for an opportunity to work in Canada but don't have IELTS or LMIA? Well, you're in luck because today we're going to be discussing exactly that. How to apply for a Canada work permit without IELTS and LMIA, or through the International Experience Canada IEC program. Can you get a work permit visa in Canada without IELTS or LMIA? The short answer is yes, you can. There are several ways to apply for a work permit in Canada without needing IELTS or LMIA. One way is through the IEC program, which is designed for young people aged 18 to 35 who want to work and travel in Canada. Additionally, certain professions may be exempt from the IELTS and LMIA requirements, such as intra-company transfers or work permit holders who are eligible for a bridging open work permit. Who can work in Canada without LMIA or IELTS? As mentioned earlier, the IEC program is open to young people aged 18 to 35. Additionally, certain professions may be exempt from the IELTS and LMIA requirements, such as intra-company transfers or work permit holders who are eligible for a bridging open work permit. However, it's important to note that even if you're eligible for an exemption, you will still need to meet other requirements and provide other documentation for your work permit application. How much does LMIA cost? The cost for an LMIA application varies depending on the type of LMIA and the employer. For a standard LMIA, the cost is $1,000 per position, while for a low-wage LMIA, the cost is $1,500 per position. Additionally, there may be additional fees for advertising and compliance. Work Permit Canada requirements. Even if you don't need IELTS or LMIA, you'll still need to meet other requirements in order to be eligible for a work permit. These requirements include 1. Having a valid job offer from a Canadian employer. 2. A valid passport or travel document. 3. Being able to pass a medical exam, if required. 4. Being able to pass a criminal background check, if required. 5. Being able to prove that you will leave Canada when your work permit expires. 6. Having enough money to support yourself during your stay in Canada. How to apply for work visa without LMIA and IELTS step-by-step guide. Step 1. You will need to determine if you are eligible for a work permit without the need for an LMIA or IELTS. This can be done by checking the list of countries that are exempt from these requirements on the Government of Canada's website. Step 2. You will need to gather all necessary documents, such as a valid passport, a job offer from a Canadian employer, and proof of sufficient funds for your stay in Canada. Step 3. Once all documents are gathered, you can then apply for the work permit through the Government of Canada's online application system or through a paper application. Step 4. It is important to note that while you may not need an LMIA or IELTS to apply for the work permit, you will still need to meet other requirements such as a medical examination and a police clearance certificate. How to apply for IEC Canada detailed. The International Experience Canada IEC program is a great option for those looking to work in Canada without the need for an LMIA or IELTS. Step 1. To apply for the IEC program, you will first need to determine if you are eligible by checking the list of participating countries on the Government of Canada's website. Step 2. Once you have determined your eligibility, you will need to create an online profile and submit an expression of interest. Step 3. After your expression of interest is accepted, you will then be invited to apply for a work permit through the IEC program. Step 4. Similar to the regular work permit application process, you will need to gather all necessary documents and meet requirements such as a medical examination and police clearance certificate. Documents required for IEC Canada. A valid passport, proof of sufficient funds for your stay in Canada, a job offer from a Canadian employer if applicable, medical examination and police clearance certificate, any additional documents required by your specific country of origin, where to download Canada Work Permit Application Form. The Canada Work Permit Application Form can be found on the Government of Canada's website. It can be downloaded and completed electronically or printed out and completed by hand. Canada Work Permit Processing Time. The processing time for a Canada Work Permit can vary depending on the specific application and the applicant's country of origin. On average, It can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months for a decision to be made on the application. Conclusion: applying for a Canada work permit without the need for an LMIA or IELTS is possible through the International Experience Canada IEC program, or by checking your eligibility as a citizen of a country exempt from these requirements. It is important to gather all necessary documents and meet all other requirements before applying. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel Easy Work Abroad for more helpful tips and information on working abroad.